If you haven't been jabbed, you're not coming in. That's the new policy at the Minerva, Plymouth's oldest pub, which is leading the way in navigating a post-COVID world. Landlady Shelley says she took the decision in order to look after her staff and customers.
To protect everybody and take away all the restrictions that other bars are still imposing, the best way to do that was to make sure that everybody had their vaccinations. If they still wanted to come in, then it was down to them.
If you've had both vaccines, you can order and stand at the bar just like old times. If you've had one jab, it's table service only, and when moving around you have to wear a mask. If you've said no to vaccinations, you can still come along for a drink, but you have to stay outside. And Shelley says there are no exceptions, not even for family and friends.
I've even had to turn away my own daughter. She hasn't had any jabs yet, and she turned up at the door and I was like, I'm sorry, you can't come in. I know it doesn't stop it spreading. I know you can still catch it and you can still pass it on. But my old man sat in the back room who's 90, and if some 18-year-old comes in and cuddles him on the way out through, which they do when drink's been taken on, I know I've done everything I can to keep him safe.
While the move has been mostly accepted by her regulars, Shelley says not everybody is happy.
I've had 6 who've walked out swearing because they just don't like it, and they were anti-vaxxers. We've had lots of keyboard warriors, people who've never been to Plymouth, let alone in the pub, people who don't realise how small my pub is, so social distancing, you can't do it, you physically can't do it.
From the end of September, everyone in England will need a vaccine passport to get into nightclubs and other indoor venues. Locals here believe the Minerva is simply ahead of the game.
I'm well into my 70s, so I've had both the jabs, and I had to show Shelley my vaccination thing, which I carry all the time. I really don't see why people object to this kind of stuff, you know.
Keyboard warriors aside, the pub is attracting a lot of support for its stance. Having survived since 1540, it's unlikely to give up now. Sam Blackledge, ITV News, Plymouth.